Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I have with me Des. Des, how are you today?
Hi, Beverley. I'm very well, thank you. Coming to you from Brussels, where it's dark as always.
And it's sunny on my side.
Yeah, I really can't wait for spring to come. This winter has been especially difficult with a lot of rain and a lot of dark
Wow.
skies. But anyway,
Wow. Can you tell us a little bit about you?
yeah, so I'm Des, the Meridian Healer. That's the handle I have on Instagram and my webpage. I'm a Greek Australian, so I grew up in Melbourne, have lived in different parts of the world, and I'm a Shiatsu therapist by trade. And when COVID hit, we couldn't work, it wasn't allowed. And I realized that at the moment where most of my clients needed me, I couldn't help them. So since then, I've gone online. And what I do now is what I've called empowered, excuse me, empowered healing the Meridian way. So I now work online with clients and I coach them into their healing, and I combine Shiatsu, Qigong, and breathwork, all ancient modalities together to work in one routine to help alleviate emotional, physical, and mental pains and aches in a
Wow,
nutshell.
that's great. That's wonderful. So you are a Shiatsu
Thank you.
practitioner. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. So a lot of people don't know shiatsu actually. So shiatsu is a Japanese form of acupressure. So we use our thumbs to press. What we study is acupuncture. So it's actually the same syllabus. So we work on the traditional Chinese medicine theory, which says that our bodies have 12 meridians, 12 energetic pathways. Now, these pathways are connected to our organs, the lungs, the liver, etc. And when we have unresolved emotions, unprocessed emotions, then we have blockage. So, for example, think of this. Um, you wake up in the morning and you have a huge row with your partner, your boss, someone, okay? And then you keep replaying this in your mind and you keep reliving the emotion, the frustration, the rejection, whatever it was. And then you do this probably during the day and maybe on the next day. So what happens is that these emotions get stuck within you. So sorry, and they take root. Once they take root, they solidify and they create this blockage in your energetic channel. And if you leave them there for long enough, and we have these unprocessed emotions for weeks and months on end, stress, then they create a blockage, a physical blockage as well. So your energy can't flow and you have pain, and over time you will have disease. So whereas an acupuncturist will use the needles in trigger points, a shiatsu therapist uses acupressure to work on the whole meridian. So and every time you see somebody, their energy is different. So the great thing about shiatsu is that you can work on the current problem of the day. And then once you alleviate that and you release that, then healing can begin to happen.
Okay, I understand. And how is different?
It's quite painful.
Yeah.
It's different from?
How is different from Thai massage?
Right. So actually I started with Thai massage so many years ago. It's different in many ways. So Thai massage is one specific massage that you do. So it's the same procedure that you follow. It's body work, and it's done quite with a lot of physical pressure, let's say. So that's one thing that you do. The Thai practitioner will work on this in the same way every single time. Now, all body work is beneficial. After all these years that I've been working, I now know and I realize that body work is the key to releasing emotional, physical, and mental pain. So Thai massage is great, but it's one specific routine that the Thai practitioner will do. Shiatsu is different. First, it works with meridians. So Thai massage will work on the bladder and the kidney, basically on the back and some other points. But Shiatsu has the ability to treat according to the problem of the moment. Because when somebody comes to you, you do a diagnosis on the what we call the hara, so the abdomen, to see with the organs where there is Kyo and Zitsu are the words we use. So where there's emptiness, where the energy, there's no energy, and where it's full, where the energy is stuck. So when somebody comes in a physical session to a shiatsu therapist, they will know, apart from what the person tells them, they can feel what's going on.
Okay.
And actually something that you can do, or your viewers can do at home, which is really interesting, is that if you put the palms of your hands skin on the tummy and you go around the tummy area, sometimes you will find, unexpectedly so, that there is heat in some areas and there is cold in some other areas. And that is your cue to know that that organ is empty.
Okay. That means it needs to be treated, right?
Yes, yes. So where your abdomen is cold, that means the energy isn't flowing, it's blocked. People find this really interesting and really funny. But it's a great way because you don't think about it. And some people will have completely cold abdomens because most people these days, unfortunately, are running on empty, which means they don't have a lot of energy. And that shows.
Yeah, definitely. I did once in Canada, the Shiatsu massage. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what it was. Yeah. And I would say it was painful because it was painful. But after that, I felt great. I felt lighter. So I told myself, I need to do that again. I need to do that.
That's what I say. So I say you can't go wrong with a shiatsu session. The least that can happen is that you leave feeling lighter.
Yeah.
The way I see it is that like if you go to a psychologist and you talk about your problems, you work through them. But if you do body work, without actually talking about it, it is released. Because as I said before, pain and disease begins with stuck emotion. So once you physically release that by pushing them, by pumping on them, then they release from your body and your burden is lifted.
And you feel great, definitely.
Yes, who doesn't want to feel great, really? Do you have any shiatsu therapists in the Congo that you can visit?
No, not at all. We don't have it, so I have to wait until
it's really
I travel.
Yeah, it's the unknown part of Asian healing methods because everyone knows traditional Chinese medicine and acupuncture.
Yeah.
But shiatsu isn't as well known. But I think we're getting there slowly.
Yes. Okay. And when can someone use actually the Shiatsu? I mean, which moment in their life that they should use it?
Every day. Every day. So what I like to say is, as I said before, so body work, shiatsu is body work. Okay, it's using your hands, your fingers to really move around the body. First the tissue, the skin, the fascia, and then the energy. So, and it works on an emotional, mental, and physical level. So whether you're having a pain physically, like say you have back pain or shoulder pain, most people have shoulder pain, they can't turn their head because they're literally carrying the whole world on their shoulders.
Yeah.
Okay. Or if you feel sad or frustrated or anxious, because what I'm seeing these days, when I started over 10 years ago, I had mostly women, and their issues were PMS or things to do with the menstrual cycle, back pain, indigestion. Okay. These days, with my online clients, what I'm seeing is anxiety, panic attacks, and burnout.
Yeah.
So you can use shiatsu, and the way the shiatsu is traditionally done by practitioners. So you go, you lie down, and they work on you. But what I've done now, and I think, it's the way to actually empower people, is to teach you online how to do it. It's very easy. It's not an exact science that you need to really, it's not a needle that you will put in a specific spot that you need to be very, very focused on. You use your hands, and any body work is great. So you can use it. What I suggest first is not to wait until a problem occurs, because this is preventative medicine.
Yeah.
People don't know it. They'll come and they'll say, I'm suffering from this or from that, and then we can work with that. But what about if you had tools to use every day, 2 minutes a day, 3 minutes, 2 minutes here, 3 minutes there, that would be able to stop the cycle? So the minute something happens and you feel, let's say, you're at work and you're frustrated, right? That happens to 9 out of 10 people. At that moment, instead of reliving and replaying this in your head and getting angrier and angrier, because what we do is we relive the emotion.
Yeah.
Why? We do. We don't relive the happy emotion. We don't go around thinking, oh, what a great day I had, and reliving that joy and happiness. For some reason, we gravitate towards the negative emotion. So instead of letting it take root and thinking about it and talking about it, at that moment, you can do a short breathwork sequence, or you can do some tapping, or you can do a shiatsu to work on the lungs, for example, which is the lungs hold on to grief or sadness. So at that moment, you spend 2 minutes, maximum 3, to release this emotion physically from you.
Okay.
This is what I suggest.
I see. And how deep is it's working? Because like you say, it's working really on emotion, because it's related. Everything is related. And how deep do you think it can work? If you do that every day, it's going to be...
What do you mean by deeply? How effective it can be?
Yes, yes. Let's say if a person...
Extremely.
Sorry?
Extremely so. For a person, anyone, think of it this way. Any pain that you have, whether it's emotional, physical, or mental, okay? As I said, in traditional Chinese medicine, the theory says that all pains and disease is caused by when there is no flow. And this happens when we have stuck and unprocessed emotions. So let me just go back and tell you. So the organs hold on to emotions. The lungs hold on to grief and sadness. So you have a tendency to feel, right? You have shallow breath. Your shoulders are slumped. Your head is down when you're sad, right? When you're grieving. And you can't breathe properly. Now, the longer you keep this posture, which usually is ongoing, then you can't breathe deeply in your belly, and this grief continues. Also, because now it's winter here, so everyone is suffering from cold and flu. If you have an upper respiratory infection, that affects your lungs, that affects your sadness and your grief. And if that doesn't go away, if you don't take the medication or if you don't get rid of it, then you can have an extended period of grief. The liver, for example, holds on to anger, and the gallbladder frustration. So you need to nip these in the bud. Now, if on a daily basis, consistency is the key. Okay. You can completely transform your life and your health emotionally, physically, and mentally if you work on your body on a daily basis. It doesn't have to be a 1-hour shiatsu session with a therapist. That's preferable, obviously, or an acupuncturist or somebody that can work on you, because that is obviously the fastest way to reach, great health. But if you're doing this online, or if you can't find somebody like you in the Congo, then if you have a short routine dispersed throughout the day, really 2 minutes, like a 2-minute breath work is the fastest and simplest way to calm the nervous system and release anxiety. So as the organs also have sound, so I'm giving you a lot of information here. So if you have sadness, you can do the healing sound of the lung. 6 breaths, 2 minutes, you're out of there. Or any kind of breath work, because all breath work will pump the diaphragm. Once you pump the diaphragm, you can breathe fully. and then your body can work at 100%. So 2 minutes here, 3 minutes there, every day, strategically. You need to know what you're doing. You know, the breath work in place, shiatsu, the acupressure, and movement. I do qigong.
Okay.
Simple thing. It does, you know, what you have to do is move your body, your skin, your lymph to release the physical toxins and the emotional toxins.
Okay. It's more clear now.
I may have rambled. I'm not quite sure if you understand what I'm saying.
No, it's really great. It's more clear, and I think this is the first time that, you know, I heard everything you are saying. So it's really interesting. And I also saw that you are offering a pack of video to empower the healing in Meridian way. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yes. So I've created what I call Empowered Healing the Meridian Way, which is, as I mentioned in the beginning, I combine shiatsu, which is acupressure, pressure on the body, qigong, which is movement, and breath work together. So when somebody comes to me, I have a 2-week program or an 8-week program, and we talk about what their issues are, so what they like to deal with, what their pain is, and I give a set of routines combining all of these ancient modalities together. And I call that Empowered Healing the Meridian Way. Why? Because the meridians, as I said in the beginning, are the energetic pathways. So every exercise I give, whether it's shiatsu, qigong, or breath work, works on the specific meridian. So if you have a back pain, I'll work on that. If you are depressed, we'll work on that. There's different ways that you can do it. And I also offer what I call a short mini course, which is a 12-day total energy reset. I think that's what you're referring to. And the 12-day total energy reset is a set of 10-minute videos for 12 days. And each routine works using shiatsu and qigong and breathwork on an individual meridian. So every day you work on something else and you go through your frustration, your sadness, your anger, all of that. And yeah, that's what I do. That's why it's called Empowered Healing. First of all, because my sole aim is to empower you, to teach everyone that is interested how to take back control and empowerment of their own health.
Okay. And I have a question. You were saying that now you are working online, all right, with your clients.
Yes.
And for some people who are listening, how do you do online? Because actually,
Yes, so I had to, I really thought long and hard about this. And the reason I've done it, as I said before, is due to COVID. So within the pandemic, I couldn't work. And it was a time when most people needed us because it was a time of great frustration and people got very sick. I myself had long haul COVID. Still going on a year and 2 years now. Actually, March, it's 2 years. I've nearly dealt with everything, but it was quite tough. So I wanted to be able to reach as many people as possible. So what I do, so it's through Zoom calls and through videos. So I have a large number of videos. I have a YouTube channel. I have videos on my website that are free. And what I do is I get on a call with the client and we walk through what they're dealing with. So for a 2-week session, obviously, it's the major problem, one. Okay. And after I explain to them the theory, why disease is caused, what we can do about it, etc., I give them a set of, through videos, of routines for them to do specifically for what they're going through. So it'll be a set of 8 to 10 videos that they go on my website. It's just for them. So it's a bespoke program through video for you. But obviously, because maybe you haven't done this before, that's where the Zoom calls come in. So I'm there with you. I do it with you. I show it. We go through any questions you may have. And of course, I have box of support. People can talk to me on a daily basis.
Okay.
So the idea is this: not everyone can reach a practitioner.
Yeah.
And body work is necessary to keep us healthy more than ever.
Yeah, at this time.
At this time, yes. And I had an immunity boosting workshop yesterday that was online as well to show people what they can do to boost their immunity, because everyone's at a loss and we seem to not be able to shake colds and flus, at least here in Europe in the winter. So online, you can be empowered. It's simple. They're very easy. People are really surprised at the simplicity of these exercises, but the value and the transformation is great. It's immense.
I see. And do you still do one-on-one or just online now?
No more. So I've concentrated on this in the hope that I can reach more people and really make an impact on people's lives.
I see. Is anything that you want to add as information for what you do?
No, I think I've covered. I think I've probably said more than enough. If there's one thing I'd like to tell people is that for any kind of mental, emotional, physical health problem, there is help. And for me, it's through body work. It's through Shiatsu, through Qigong. If you find an acupunctural practitioner, great. People don't connect this because we're not taught that our physical health problems stem from our mind.
Yeah.
And as Dr. Joe Dispenza says, the world-renowned, he's a neuroscientist. If thoughts can make you sick, and we know they do, and thoughts can make you well.
Yeah.
So body work, Shiatsu and Qigong and breath work are ways to make you well without, there's no switch that you can turn on and think, okay, now think positive thoughts. I know that doesn't happen. But if you work on your body physically, it does, magically so.
I agree with you, because everything go with the mind of, the power of the mind is so strong. So we have to pay attention to that as well. So where can people reach you?
Okay, so I have the website that we can link below. My trade name is the Meridian Healer. So I have an Instagram account, the Meridian Healer, where I upload a lot of information. I do routines, short routines. I show you through reels, 1.5 minutes. I have a website which you can log on to and register for free. And my library is there where I have Qigong, Shiatsu, and breathwork routines and acupuncture points for specific ailments like coughing, mucus, or headaches. And I also have a YouTube channel. It's all under the Meridian Healer. Or if someone is interested to really have a bespoke program and deal specifically, because you do need strategy. So everything helps, but if you're really battling something, you need a strategy. And they can find me with my online session.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I thank you for giving me the time, for giving me the space to talk about what I do. Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining, and you will send me all the information so I can put all the link below the video.
Definitely.
Okay.
And good luck in your endeavor. It's wonderful. I mean, the YouTube channel is really tough. I'm not very consistent. So that's great. And the only way we can spread information and people can access it and they can learn. And it's wonderful. Thank you for what you do.
You're welcome. So thank you everyone for watching, and do like or subscribe our channel and our video. Thank you very much. Bye-bye, Des.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.